Happy Sunday, kids! Well, I just want to give you guys kids a friendly reminder of our summer camp happening next month, July 26th through the 29th. It's our totally awesome radical summer camp. My first camp with Hilltop, I was covered with ketchup and mustard during game time. Then I had to slide down a huge water slide. So I was soaking wet with ketchup and mustard all over me. It was not good, but it was fun. Anyways, I hope you get a chance to come. Camp information is posted down below, so don't miss it. Well guys, today is our last how-to lesson. We have learned a lot from Paul. How to change your life, solve a conflict, handle success, share your faith, make a bad decision, and now the finale. How to survive a storm. Let's check out Paul's story. Do you remember what was going on in Paul's life where we left off? He was being held prisoner by a Roman soldier named Julius, and they were attempting to sail on a ship to Rome. However, a huge storm came and caused them to have to change directions and sail to Crete instead. Paul told them to stop somewhere and wait out the storm before continuing to sail. But instead of listening to Paul's advice, they kept sailing and found themselves in a bigger storm than they could handle on their own. So they were in the middle of a huge storm, and everyone on the ship was freaking out. They were getting really worried for their lives. However, Paul had strong faith in God, and he told the soldiers and the crew on board, "Do not be afraid. None of you will lose your lives." Now, Paul knew that even in the midst of a huge storm they were in, God was there, and he would protect them. Last night, an angel of God visited me. He told me that all of us will survive. Then the ship was tossed around in the storm so much that it eventually wrecked on an island shore. See, in spite of the shipwreck, God still protected the men on the ship. Paul, the soldiers, and the crew were all safe. They ended up crawling out of the ship onto the shore alive. Now, God protected them even in the midst of the most terrible storm and circumstances.
Have you ever had really awesome plans to go somewhere and do something fun outside? You've been planning for it for days and weeks, and it was going to be epic. Maybe you were going to a really fun park, or climb a mountain, or swimming at the pool, or going to an amusement park, or somewhere else on vacation. And then all of a sudden, just when you're getting ready for an epic day, it starts to rain. In fact, it starts to pour. It's raining super hard, and suddenly there's thunder and lightning and wind start blowing, and before you know it, you're in the middle of a full-on storm. All of a sudden, your awesome epic plans for a fun day outside are ruined.
Now, isn't that the worst feeling? You have plans to do something, but a huge storm comes and ruins your plans. And I'm not talking about actual rain or thunder or lightning. I'm talking about tough times. Things like your mom getting sick and going to the hospital, getting some really bad grades on your report card, finding out that your best friend is moving away, feeling lonely at school. See, those are storms, the storms of life. And kids, here are 3 things to remember. Number 1, life is full of storms. And it seems like as soon as you finally get through one, another one just comes. So when a storm pops up in your life, don't let it throw you off. Some will be easier than others, and some will be very hard and difficult to get through. It's easy for us to get discouraged and say things like,
"This is too much. It's too hard. There's no way I'll make it out of the storm."
Well, that may be how you feel sometimes, but that's not the truth. Our power verse says, "O Lord, you are our refuge from the storm." Number 2, have faith in the storm. Sometimes we will face storms that we just don't understand. How can we make it through? See, when we're facing storms that are too difficult for us to understand, how can we make it out or which way to go? We have to trust God. We have to have faith. Having faith will help us make it through the storms of life. Jesus said in Matthew 17, verse 10, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Number 3, God is there, even in the storm. Kids, God will never leave us. He'll never abandon us. God is there, even in our storms. No matter how tough the storm is that you may be facing, you are not facing it alone. God will always take care of you, and He is the best one to have with you in each storm. He is stronger than anyone else. He is bigger than anyone else. He is smarter and wiser than anyone else. He's the best thing at everything. Well, kids, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I love you.